had to really oil it quickly. There's actually not a camera in
This one I'm really pressing.
what the left. Everything here is empty right now. Let's see. I thought you meant the actual.
Break. It's breakable.
Yes. Let me see how much. Okay. Oh, it's actually got something inside it, like a 3D. You know, I found out the book I read is actually it's very heavy.
Really.
Yeah.
But I really wish they would tell you like the age. The whole book.
Like,
What's up with all these murder books everywhere? Marble Hall Murders.
but from you. Can you? Next with guacamole, onion, cheese. First toast.
For a very long time, it's always been sewing things that I would wear, but now let's switch things up a bit and make it sewing for the home. I have decided that I'm going to be changing up the cushion covers we have at home because they are getting quite flat and they need a bit of TLC. There's quite a lot of them, so after counting them and realizing we've got an even number of cushions, I decided that we're going to collapse them into like have two into one. But some of them looked quite okay, such as these ones I have here on the screen. These ones are just going to be washed and kept as they are, but the rest of them needed to be squashed into one. These are the fabrics that I have. They kind of complement the artwork we have here in the living room and around the house, and that's the reason why I selected these ones. I also have a checkered one which I did not show on the screen, but you'll probably see at the end of this video. So over I went to measure out the cushions and make some sort of templates that I would use to cut out every single fabric and have them all the same size. They needed to be slightly bigger than the initial cushion that I had because they were all getting squashed into one. It was very, very tedious doing this because all the fillings of the cushions had sort of squashed together, if that makes sense. So I needed to really push them into, like push one into the other. I don't know how to explain that, but you probably see that on the screen because I kept the camera rolling for quite a bit of time, so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But if you've got cushions at home that you don't really like the shape of, don't throw them away. Recycle the fillings to create a new cushion. Whilst cutting into the covering of the cushions, I needed to be extremely careful, otherwise I'll end up with a jagged line, and that would make the stitching process trickier. Speaking about the stitching process, this was extremely difficult doing on a sewing machine. And I know you're probably thinking the same thing. A sewing machine would be a lot easier, or would have been a lot easier, but I had to stick with hand sewing. And I say that because my sewing machine did not allow me to have that amount of bulk on the side and, do all that sewing. It was just really tedious, but in the end, I got them all hand stitched. It took ages, and you can see that I've done a change of clothes because it was on another day. So, I did all that covering or closing or sealing of the cushions, and called it a day. So anyway, the following day I went on to cut out all my cushion covers, all the new cushion covers, and using the same template. All of them were the same size. It made it easier for me, and I did a lot of batch cutting, batch sewing, batch zip insertion, all of that. And the method that I used for my cushion covers was where you have a shorter zipper, and you attach the zipper in the middle of a seam, or in the middle of a seam, you insert it, and then you would so it would be like an opening in the middle of the cushion, and you flip it over and just stitch the other two sides, these two other sides I'm speaking about here. Here it is on the screen. You put this zipper in the middle of the seam. Right there. So it goes right in the middle, and when you're done, you stitch the other two open edges, and there you have it. But one thing that I must always warn anyone who wants to do this, and I always say to the students that I teach how to sew, is make sure you open the zipper or you unzip the zipper, otherwise you won't be able to get into your completely sewn cushion cover. So after all that stitching and making sure that the zipper would work, I had to unzip it a tiny little bit and then seal it. And I did a lot of batch sewing, as I said earlier, and it was such a lovely moment, or a lovely experience, to actually make something for the home, and I should do a bit more of that. I have quite a few bits of thicker fabric that would be excellent for household items, which I would really love to get into and make things for the home. But apart from that, it was a fulfilling experience, and I've truly enjoyed doing this. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone, and I hope I inspired you to make something for your home. All the best. Take care. Bye.